What's up, agents?
I'm back
with another Division 2 video. Alright guys, I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe. Today I want to bring you another video showcasing the power of rifles, guys. I really truly enjoy using the rifles in this game, and I've shown many builds on the channel already, especially builds utilizing the new Tinker Mass and putting rifle builds together. But overall, guys, the Tinker Mass is a great exotic piece added to the collection in Division 2, but the only issue I have with this mask, guys, is it brings no survivability in your gameplay. The build today will focus on adding a little bit more survivability. As you can see in the gameplay, there are no modifiers being used. I know a lot of players don't really care for the modifiers, guys, and we are coming to an end as far as the modifiers for this current season. I do enjoy the modifiers, guys. This game is pretty old, and it adds a little bit more diversity to the game, in my opinion. Also, if you're using the modifiers right now, you're getting an additional 10% bonus towards your summer swarm stretch goals. As always, I want to give a big thank you to everyone that continues to support me on my channel, especially those who always have something positive to say, guys. Really appreciate each and every one of you for your valued time and continued support. And if you like the content, please feel free to hit that like, share, and subscribe. It does not cost a thing, guys. And also turn on the notification bells so you can stay informed whenever I do drop videos. I'm going to let you finish watching the rest of this gameplay. Then we'll go over the build breakdown, guys, and then we'll finish up the rest of this mission shortly after.
Hostile radio intercepted.
We're under attack! Intruders in the east entrance!
Then kill them! What the fuck?
It's a division!
So? Fucking kill them!
Oh, fuck!
Espinosa.
Alright, agents, so the rifle I did choose to use this time was the UIC-15 MOD2, and basically it is a high-end rifle, guys. Not going to go over the total damage because some of that damage is coming from the Memento backpack, but as you can see, RPM at 240 with 51 in the magazine with a headshot damage of 110%. Do have optimal range being 60. I do have a weapon expertise of 20% on this weapon, and as you can see, the core attributes are fully maxed out with the third attribute being rolled to 10% damage to target out of cover. The weapon handling is pretty good on this gun. As you can see, guys, the accuracy is great, stability as well. The reload time isn't too bad, and the talent they roll is called Rifleman. Landing headshots add a stack of bonus 10% weapon damage for 5 seconds. Get a max of 5 stacks, guys, and additional headshots refresh the duration. So basically, when using this talent, you can get up to 50% additional weapon damage. The mods I do have on this gun is 30% increase in headshot damage, with 15 rounds with a 5% critical hit chance and a 10% critical hit damage mod. Alright, for the secondary weapon, we did go with the Scorpio shotgun. It's amazing exotic shotgun, guys, but use whatever sidearm secondary weapon you prefer. I do have a weapon expertise of 30% with the core attributes being fully maxed out, and the third attribute we do have 10% critical hit damage. The accuracy and stability is horrible on this gun, but the talent is what truly stands out. It's called Septic Shock. Shooting the target applies stacks of venom which lasts for 10 seconds. And increasing the stacks add more severe debuffs to the target. For at two stacks, you're getting poison. 4, you're getting disorient. At 6, you're getting shock. And at 9, targets take additional 20% damage from all sources, but stacks no longer occur. The duration of the status effects is based on the percentage of pellets that actually hit the target. Alright, the mods that come on this gun is 10% increase in reload speed, 10% in critical hit chance, 10% in weapon handling, and 10% increase in stability. Alright guys, with this build we did wear 2 pieces of the Zeus set, which gives us 15% increase in magazine size and 20% increase in rifle damage. For the core attribute, we did have an armor core, and the middle attribute we was going for critical hit chance or critical hit damage. Alright, the attributes I did have was 12% critical hit damage with 6% critical hit damage mods. For the chest piece, it is the second piece of the Zeus set. And for the core attribute, we did have weapon damage, and the middle attribute, again, we was going for critical hit chance and critical hit damage. I did have 6% critical hit chance attributes and another 12% critical hit damage attribute on this chest piece as well. For the talent, we did go with the focus talent. This is an amazing talent. I do enjoy using it, and it works great even in legendary content as well. But it increases total weapon damage by 5% every second you are aiming, while scope with an 8x or higher scope up to 50%. So you can get up to 50% increase in weapon damage whenever you do have full stacks. And again, guys, this requires a scope with an 8x magnification or higher. So any scope with a high, so you basically, as long as it's 8x or higher, you can use this scope. All right, guys, for the holster, we did go with 2 pieces of the breaking point set, and the 2 pieces of the breaking point gives us 25% increase in rifle damage and marksman rifles damage as well. For the core attribute, we did have an armor core with an attribute of a 12% critical hit damage. For knee pads, we did go with the name version of the Overlord set, which gives us 10% increase in one piece, gives us 10% increase in rifle damage, and the name of these knee pads are called Fox Prayer. All right, the core attribute, we did have an armor core, and that middle attribute, that 8% damage to the target out of cover, comes automatically on these knee pads, and we did have a 6% critical hit chance attribute rolled on these knee pads as well. All right, guys, for the gloves, it is the second piece of the breaking point set. We did have a weapon damage core right there, but I did change it during the gameplay to an armor core, and we also had another 6% critical hit chance attribute as well. All right, for the backpack, guys, it is the Memento backpack. It is one of the best designs in the game, primarily because it gives you 3 cores. You get a weapon damage, armor, and 1 skill tier. We do have expertise at 12%, and the attribute we did have 6% critical hit chance. All right, the talent that comes in this backpack is called Kill Confirm. Enemies you kill drop a trophy on death. Collecting those trophies provide both a short and long-term buff, the first of which scales with the number of cores you have. For example, each red 5% increase in weapon damage, each blue will be 10% bonus armor, and each yellow will be 5% skill efficiency. For every trophy collected, you will gain an additional plus 1% weapon damage and skill efficiency, and 0.1% armor regeneration for 300 seconds. Basically, when you have 30 stacks, you have 30% increase in weapon damage, skill efficiency with 3% armor regeneration. Just amazing, guys. If you don't have it, guys, there are some other talents that I recommend. If you want strictly more just for the damage talent, we'll go with Unstoppable Force, which basically killing the enemy increases total weapon damage by 5% for 15 seconds. The stacks at 5 times, so you get a 25% increase in weapon damage. Each kill does refresh the talent. You could have even went with Vigilance talent as well. And basically, this increases total weapon damage by 25%, but keep in mind, taking damage disables this buff for 4 seconds. That's if you want it to still maintain the same, close to the same damage. Now, if you want a little bit more survivability, I would recommend you go with a talent such as the Bloodsucker talent. Now, this is the perfect version, but the other version works very similar. And basically, you kill an enemy guy, and it adds a stack of bonus armor. So that's with the Bloodsucker talent, or you could have even went with the Adrenaline Rush talent. Whenever you are within 10 meters of an enemy, you gain 23% bonus armor for 5 seconds. This stacks up to 3 times. The regular version is 20% bonus armor instead of the 23%. Overall, these are 2 other options, and guys, you could use whatever backpack you prefer, such as the Steelwork backpack, which would have gave you 10% more armor back on the kill as well. So there are plenty of other options if you do not have the Memento backpack that I would recommend that you can use in this build. All right, for the skills, we did go with the Crusader Shield, just to add a little bit more protection. It does scale with your cores, guys, for the yellow and blue cores. And we did go with the Banshee Pulse, which is amazing, guys, because basically it launches a fourth arc of pulse energy that disorients enemies caught in the wave, and it also penetrates your cover. Now, this is linked only to the gunner specialization, so you do have to use the gunner specialization to be able to use this skill. But always use whatever skills work best for you and your gameplay. All right, again, there were no modifiers used in the gameplay, as you can see, just to show you that this build works regardless if you have modifiers active or not. All right, so let's take a look at the weapon stats. As you can see, guys, on this build, we did have a critical hit chance of 57% with 108 critical hit damage. And we did have a headshot damage sitting right there at 110%. All right, the armor on this build was pretty balanced in my opinion. We were sitting right there at 1,491,289 armor with 149,129 armor on a kill. We had 0 armor regeneration, but keep in mind when you do get your 30 stacks from the Memento backpack, you will have 3% armor regeneration going on. Overall, very balanced build, guys. Very powerful. Really do truly enjoy this build, and I think you should give it a try. All right, so for our class specialization, we did go with the gunner specialization. There are plenty of reasons why. Every third reload, you do get 50% increase in reload speed. Killing enemies, you will get 10% armor back on a kill. And also, guys, whenever you kill an enemy, you increase rate of fire by 5% for 5 seconds. On top of that, you will generate 10% of your ammo capacity every 60 seconds, and party members will receive 5% of that. Last but not least, do not forget to equip the correct weapon element to get your bonus of 15% increase on weapon, whatever weapons you're using. It does make a big difference in your builds. All right, guys, and one last thing I want to point out, I do currently have a weapon expertise of 20% on my rifle and 30% on my shotgun. But the main thing about your build, guys, is as long as your SHD watch level is 1,000, you're at the baseline of doing the same amount of damage that I'm doing in any build I put together. Guys, basically when you hit a watch level, a shade watch level of 1,000, it don't matter what build you're using, those passives on your watch are the same no matter what level a person's watch level is. There will be no more passives that you can receive on your watch. The only other thing that will make a difference in the build, guys, is your expertise level on your weapons. With that being said, I'm going to let you finish the rest of the gameplay. Really appreciate each and every one of you for your valued time and continued support. The Werewolf out.
Now.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Hello? Is this the division? Looking for someone?
Who is this? How are you on this channel?
Friend of yours gave me a real nice wristwatch. He's right here. Want to talk to him? If you want him back, you can make a deal. You back off, we'll deliver him unharmed. Mostly.
They'll keep him alive. They aren't stupid. Just find that hyena piece of shit and waste her.
Vital signs, 0.
He didn't have to die here.
Vital signs critical.
That bastard can't have gotten far yet. Go after her. Nothing you could have done for Espinosa. That fucking hyena was toying with us. I hope she suffered a bit before you finished her off.